This is definitely the boulder, right? I mean, it's got all the features. I just don't see the jugs. They must have broken off somewhere. Let me just double check the grade. V2? Your crag is soft. I've been bouldering outside at least more than once now, and I've seen it all. Okay, those were bold claims. Let me rewind a little bit. Today we're at Sandstone. We're gonna warm up on some easy stuff. This is a V0. As a heads up, a lot of the claims I'm going to make in this video are based on personal experience and should be taken lightly. With that being said, if you like the content, consider liking and also consider subscribing. Maybe hitting the bell icon if you want to get future notifications for when I release another video. Woo. Let's go V0 flash. Oh. Why'd you grab the worst? Dude, V0s are hard, man. They're soul crushers. It's common knowledge by now, but outdoor bouldering is considered a lot harder than indoor climbing by many. Yo, Trey, where we at?
Pocket Hercules.
Oh, snap. Boom. Dang, it's a roof.
Oh, snap. Oh.
However, something that people don't really talk about a lot is how certain geographical regions can also be subject to this treatment of unfair grading. There's always that one comment that says, that doesn't look like a V7, but then people talk about font and how hard it is and why it's not sandbagged, and then there's this, which is being proposed to have a downgrade. Anyways, the point I'm getting to is that I've been bouldering across the United States, and I've also found that grading just isn't consistent even outside. I thought that grades down south and out west were earned with less work than in the States, like Wisconsin and Minnesota. In fact, it seems like there's a general consensus that places like Minnesota just have a sandbagging culture for some reason. So there's this 3-4 down here called, what is it called? The Cutting Edge?
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
There were some other people over here before, and one of them had their finger just cut open and bleeding. So hopefully we don't cut our edges, you know? They call it a V2, which I think just goes to show the culture in the Midwest in terms of climbing. Definitely demonstrates to an extent of people think something that's genuinely hard is easier just because they're strong.
Welcome to the Midwest.
So this was actually my first time at Sandstone, Minnesota. A big goal for me on this trip was just to try a lot of different climbs, and this is one of the first ones I get to try. Today you're going to see me go through a lot of different boulders because my goal today was just to practice consistency of getting outside and not necessarily sending. Which, by the way, to keep myself accountable, this actually wasn't a flash attempt here. This is after watching my friend do the climb and also looking at a couple of the moves and holding some of the positions.
Mantle.
Also, just to introduce you guys.
What you doing down there?
This is my really strong climber friend, Trey. He's a V10 climber in the Midwest and someone I definitely look up to. One of the best things about climbing with someone who's much stronger than you is that you get to learn a lot from them. And on this trip, I got to learn a lot. In fact, let's look at this V8 we were trying together for a little while.
Nice. Come on, you got it.
This V8 is called Pocket Hercules, and it's something I would dream to do one day. I tried really hard to do the first move, but I didn't seem to have the power to actually be able to do it. So I focused a lot on these intermediate moves that required a lot more technique and keeping a lot of body tension to get through these moves. Eventually, I got to the point where I could do this middle sequence pretty comfortably, and I was really happy with that progress.
Nice, dude.
It was also rewarding to hear my friends say that this was very hard for an 8 and was considerably potentially sandbagged just like most Minnesota climbs. But who really cares about a hard 8? Let's go look at a 10.
Two dudes chilling in a hole on some crash pads 2 feet apart because they are sus.
This here is one of Sandstone's V10s called Tango de la Muerte. I was extremely psyched to try some of these moves and see what a V10 really felt like, but I wasn't aware it was going to be this humbling. I expected a V10 to be hard, but I also didn't expect to actually get some of these moves. Originally, I was dropping a lot of these moves over and over and over again, but eventually I was able to start doing some of them and even linking up a couple together. Sadly, those were just the lower moves, and I didn't really even try the upper moves very much, mostly because I was scared, since missing them meant I would fall deep into the hole where we were climbing before. But now we're going to move over to some easier problems. And when I say easier, I mean maybe 5s and 6s, called the beach boulders. It was starting to get dark though, so I didn't have time for many more boulders. So this is a V5 called the best boulder in Minnesota, and honestly I couldn't tell if I was just extremely tired at this point by trying boulders way out of my range. But I was falling on moves on a 5 when I was doing just fine on a lot of other climbs here. In fact, there was a few problems I tried here, and I really didn't get any of them. Again, this could just be because I was tired, but I do think these 5s and 6s in this area were generally just reasonably hard for the grade. So I compiled some of my best attempts on these boulders for you guys to watch, and I thought maybe you guys could give me some opinions on whether or not you thought these boulders were hard for the grade. In fact, I'm pretty curious to see what a lot of you guys say in the comments about grading in different areas. I believe in Minnesota and Wisconsin, it's generally a lot harder than other places, and I'd be curious to see if you guys agree or not.
That fucking hurt.
However, the main point I want to get to in this video is that I don't think grades inside or outside are really all that important because they're all extremely subjective. In fact, I think the most important thing about climbing is making sure you have fun, which is why I want to move on to this thing that me and Trey were looking at. Alright, so we're setting up for this dyno that Trey wants to try. Got a light set up on a tree. Oh, you cannot see that at all. Okay, wait. Okay, so we got the light set up on the tree, and it's working pretty well. But yeah, the dyno is from where Trey's standing, and he wants to go to that. Dude, that's not gonna happen, dude.
That felt better.
Come on.
Oh, that hurt.
Did you get your nipple?
Yeah. Oh. Oh no, it's fine.
The nipple's okay.
I'm so glad I put my shirt back on.
Dude,
That would have been tough.
Video everything, Carter.
real. At the end of the night, we had a great meal and we partied really hard. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys stay tuned for another video. I'll see you all next time.